I think that they do have a deficit. And Granite Knolls, in particular, was purchased, as even Nick Bianco said on his exit speech, for that purpose. Like I say, I'm going to champion the heroin epidemic. If we can get kids up there to play basketball, tennis, baseball, football, soccer, maybe that's a couple less kids that would be prone to hang out and maybe get involved in this type of stuff. We got to keep our youth busy, and if we don't have enough fields to keep them busy, things can go awry, and we don't need that.
I think you hit it on the head, Ryan, when you said, you raised a question, do we need more fields? We need a study, okay? Somebody did, I think, an initial look and said we have 30 fields between the town and the school district and any other place, okay? We need to see if the issue is a scheduling issue, if it's that I like to use that nicer field. I don't yet like to use that field that hasn't been maintained and has too many, can't say potholes, rut holes, or whatever. I know the 202 fields, the ball fields are in bad condition. So should we fix up what we have as opposed to building new ones? There were issues with the Yorktown School District. Apparently, it's easy for Shrub Oak Athletic Club to work with Lakeland School District. They have no problem. Okay, they're not interested in using anything at Granite Knolls. The issue seems to be certain clubs and the Yorktown School District. Well, let's sit down and see what the problem is, and let's see what can be worked out before we run ahead and spend money, and we don't know what it will cost the taxpayers to finish off anything at Granite Knolls, and long-term to maintain it.
To Susan's point, I understand that the Yorktown School District charges the athletic clubs to play there. I don't know the charges off the top of my head. So if the town gives it to the ball clubs free of charge or for a menial fee, it would be better if we had our own to play on. Plus there comes into play, no pun intended, the resting of ball fields. They have to rest, such as the 202 field, as Susan had said. The 202 field needs to have some work done to it. So we would be able to rest that particular ball field and move that mass of people to the other ball fields so that this one can be dealt with.
We can work with the school district. When the school district was redoing, and it's called the Murphy Field, I'm not big on athletics, when they were redoing their field, they came to the town and the town said, yes, you can use Legacy. So if we come to the school district and say we have to rest, for example, the soccer group has offered $50,000 to the town to renovate the DeVito field, which is a heavily used field, okay? So school district, let us use your field while we renovate and rest this field. Again, it's working together on cooperation, and I think that's something that we have to do before we rush ahead, okay, and say we need more fields. Let's just do it, and I'll think about the cost later. The cost doesn't matter.
To that point, the shared services is big in the town, and I think that we should expand on that even further, such as ball fields with the schools and etc. But hopefully we won't have to put money into Granite Knolls. We don't know what that dollar is, as we discussed, but if the fields are there already, let's clean them up. We have invasive species of trees there. You know, everybody says we're going in and clear cutting this, that, and the other thing. It's just, they're just trees that have taken over and will continue to take over. I think that we just need to move forward and take care of that.
Tom, how can you go ahead with planning Granite Knolls, and now that if there's no Spectra plan, it would be on the town's dime to do it. How can you go ahead without absolutely any indication of what it will cost?
No, I'm not going ahead. I'm saying if we can get it done by Spectra coming in, or coming in to do the work as they suggested, and to give us a monetary value.
How much?
We don't know. You don't know, I don't know, we don't know what the dollar value is. So we do as much as we can with the dollar value that we're going to be given.
Well, would you be
It's better than nothing.
You'd be satisfied with a gravel road, and we don't even know what the width of the road will be, whether it will be a one-lane road for trucks or a two-lane road for safe access, because as I'm sure you know, we already have the problems with that temporary use of the Phoenix House driveway, which is in unsafe condition because it's a one-way road. I want to proceed, but proceed based on information. I don't want to rush ahead without having explored. Sometimes you don't know, you can't answer, you can't even think about every question in advance, let alone get the information. But we certainly have so many questions about what's involved in the Spectra plan, how much they will do, what it would cost. They say they'll level a field, level an area for a 90-foot baseball field. Well, it should be relatively easy to find out what it would cost to finish off a field, because that's what happened with Legacy. So what are we talking about?